Shanti, and good evening. Happy holiday. We've started. Some of you might be behind, but we put lights out for Diwali. We've had a great Thanksgiving. We're looking forward to a Christmas. Where tonight is I believe, the last night of Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa's coming up, and New Year's. You can have the same seats on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, actually. We're going to have something. But Global Harmony House is, in my opinion, a very welcoming place so that everybody is welcome to come and have that sense that there's something special about each one of us. And so, however we might put that into practice, however we might share that, that's what we've come to do tonight. It's our holiday program. We've got this in December, and thank you for coming. Those of you who aren't here, welcome. But somehow coming together and seeing the others and being in the room is always very special for me. So thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being joyful. Are you joyful already? Are you do that? So we don't have to do anything fun. We can just kind of assume that you're going to continue with that and it will increase. However, we do have a few activities that we're going to share. We're going to honor the light of the various festivals and celebrations at this time. And we're going to have a variety of acknowledgments of the season. We're going to have a Dickens-based, extremely liberal, free interpretation of some of his writings, a skit for that, and we'll have a little meditation at the end or during somewhere, and then you will be invited to share each other's company downstairs because it is going to be a lot of work and you might get hungry, so we prepared for that. So if I've got the right list and such, my name is Eric, by the way, and I can be found here at Global Harmony House regularly. And we wanted to invite everybody to join. And we got quite a selection. So I'm going to ask for a few of you to come on stage. Shoes are off up here. Out there, it's fine, but we like to take our shoes off up here. And we're going to light a menorah, but we're going to do it with a variety of representatives. So there's going to be some from Hindu tradition and the Jewish tradition and the Kwanzaa tradition and the Christian tradition and some of those that don't even know that they are going to be called up here tradition. And so if that's okay, we're going to have a little mob around here. Sister Anjani is going to be our flame director. And I believe that we have matches. And I'd first like to invite, I think it's Rabbi Randy, and maybe you can light the shamash. And from that, we will light the others. And if I can invite, for a variety of reasons, Beverly Leon, Rabbi Randy, she's coming up first. And you're all going to come up here. Prafulba, yeah, if that's your name, okay. I'm kind of, hoping that you will recognize your name if it's called. Is Ruby here? Not yet. Okay. So Sister Anjani, and it's Sister Kala, please. And then Phil Gris. Yeah, yeah. Come up there. And Tony. Is there a Tony here? Yeah, there's Tony. And how many we have? We've got it. Yeah, make room. And what we're hoping to do, did I get everybody? And husband David. He's not here. Okay. Louise, do we have another husband? Okay. Something like that. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah. From the far side, everybody's included. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we've got the menorah. Tonight's the last night. So we're going to light all the candles. And our rabbi who is joining us is going to light the center one, which is the Samash. And that's the first one to be lit. And from that, we will all take that and light another one. And so we're going to show our respects for all the holidays. We're in the midst of a big season. So may you have some joy and maybe we can have a song at this time. Donald, come on up. Go ahead. Rabbi Rand.
Where do I go with all these feelings and all these faces and open doors when everyone else seems so serene and I just feel so insecure? And where do I go when all the pieces of my heart lay on the floor? You say, come into the light, why don't you? Come into the light, why don't you? Come on now, come into the light. Where do I go with all these memories and all these bags filled up with shame? And how should I feel when you call me an angel and dress me in a crown of gold? And what should I do when tears of sorrow just won't stay inside these eyes? You say, come into the light, why don't you? Come into the light, why don't you? Come on now, come into the light. What should I do when a gentle-headed reaches out to take my own? And how should I feel when tears of joy, they just won't stay inside these eyes? And what will I do when I start to love
Little reflection,
you and
the beauty,
really trust
candles
and
make,
know you're
those who lit the
there?
candles.
You say,
Great.
you'll be in the light where I am. You'll be in the light where I am. Come on now, come into the light. You'll be in the light where I am. You'll be in the light where I am. Come on now, come into the light.
Thank you all. And I'm going to have Sister Kala and Rabbi Randy stay back, if that's okay. And we'd like to hear some of your inspirations. And Rabbi Randy, is it okay if I ask you to share first? And I was told, and good to see you again. It's been a while, and I hope the temple's coming along. Okay, yeah, I've been there a couple times for Thanksgiving and things like that. So, I'm gonna get the name right. Rabbi Randy Scheinberg from Temple Tikva, which is in New Hyde Park, is a very generous soul and has invited the Brahma Kumaris to represent their interfaith and their multi-faith activities. And so it's wonderful to have you here. And so looking just for a few inspirations or blessing or whatever is coming to your mind at this time.
Thank you so much, Eric, and thank you to all of you. It's just such a beautiful thing to walk out from busy Middle Neck Road and open these doors and to feel the peace of this place. It's quite lovely. So I am honored to be here and very blessed. And thank you, Jane, for inviting me and issuing this invitation. So this is indeed the last night of Hanukkah. It was quite lovely to kindle the lights. I wanted to share two very brief teachings from the Jewish tradition that connect to the idea of light. One is about the holiday itself. And so, as you may well know, we kindle an additional light of the Hanukkah of the menorah every night for the 8 nights of Hanukkah. And it culminates in this beautiful lighting that you see here. But there is a question that's asked in some of our tradition about why we do it in that order. Because as you may or may not know, the reason for the kindling of these lights is that there's a legend, I'm going to call it a legend, that says that when the Jews were able to retake their temple, they wanted to dedicate it, but they found only one small vial of pure oil there. And they lit that oil and they knew that it would only last one night, but that it miraculously lasted for all 8 nights that were needed to rededicate the temple. And so there are those who ask, well, if we're trying to use these candles to symbolize that oil, wouldn't we light 8 lights the first night? After all, that's when you have the most oil. And then decrease one night, a little bit each night, so that the last night you would have 1 candle lit for that last little drop of oil that would remain. And indeed, there was one famous rabbi named Shammai who suggested that that's what we do. But that's not what we do. Why? Because there was another famous rabbi in a school, Rabbi Hillel, who said that the point of the light is not to show the direction in which the oil went, but rather to show the direction of the miracle. And the miracle increased every night. And in Hillel's teaching, he adds to that we should always increase holiness. That's our job. So when I look at the menorah, and as I have been lighting in my own home and see it grow every night, I feel my spirit uplifted. I feel the potential for hope that is represented in that menorah. And I feel those things grow. I don't feel them diminish. I feel that we have the power to make those things grow. So that's my first story. Let me just add a little coda by sharing one other story, which is not specifically about Hanukkah, but is also in the Jewish faith, and it may be in many others as well. It's a story of a man who was blind, who lit a torch and was walking the streets. And somebody approached him and said, "Why do you need that torch? You can't see it, right? You're blind." And he responded, "I use this torch because others can see it. And when they see it, they can come to my aid when I'm in need to help me navigate the street, and it inspires them." I really love this story. Very short, I told you, very short. But what it says to me is that as I am watching my own personal menorah and increasing my own sense of hope and light over these days of Hanukkah, I need to remember that that light isn't ultimately for me. It's for everyone. It's for the whole. And that is another inspiration, I think, for all of us. May we continue to kindle the light of our own souls, but may we also do that so that others can see, so that we can kindle the light of justice, the light of freedom, the light of hope, by which we help one another walk along our path. I wish you all a continued season of light, even at this time of darkness, and many blessings.
Thank you so much. Here. And we have another light kindler who is going to expand our hope and peace and such. So Sister Kala, who used to be the director here at Global Harmony House, until we decided that I think hundreds of people here was a little tricky. So to have a retreat center up in the Catskills called Peace Village Learning and Retreat Center, pulled Sister Kala up there. And so she directs the retreats and the activities. So Sister Kala has kind of plopped into our gathering tonight. And so we'd like to hear a little from you. Kala Ben?
It's more like pulled into the gathering. Om Shanti. I think most of you know the greeting Om Shanti, greetings of peace. I am peace. I am tempted to start with a story as well on the light, as we are celebrating light. There's a story that goes like this, that there was a king who was spiritually inclined and a seeker, and he wanted enlightenment about life, how to live life in freedom. And so he ordered his old state, whoever can give him this enlightenment, to invite him, and he would take the knowledge from them, he would take the tips from them. And of course, he tried many came, tried to read many scriptures, give many tips, tools, stories. And then there came a very deformed person, like he had like 8 curves in his body, and everybody laughed at him. What is he going to, do in terms of enlightenment? And yet, when it came to his turn, he told the king, or the king asked, "What do you have to share with me? I want to live a life of freedom, and I'm willing to give up everything." And this person, his name is Ashtavakra, the one who had 8 curves in his body, said, "Okay, I will tell you what." He lit a candle, he lit a little lamp, and he gave it to him in his hand. And he said, this was in his palace. And so he said, all you have to do is to go around the whole palace, but the light has to remain lit by the time you come back. And it was a huge palace. So off he goes, the king. And here was the candle in his hand, and he went room by room, hall by hall. And of course, he comes back, and this person asked the king, "So tell me, what did you see? What did you experience? What did you see around you in your palace? What was happening around in your palace? Which room? What happened?" And the king said, "What do you mean? I don't know what happened all around. All I know is that I had to keep the light alive, and my attention was on this light. How could I have paid attention to anything else?" And the king said, that is the secret of living a life of freedom, to keep your attention on the light that you, the living light that you are. And so within the Brahma Kumaris tradition, we also believe that it's possible that while living in a world such as the one we're living in now, whether it be of personal commitments, social injustices, internationally, worldwide, catastrophes, or whatever else it may be, there's a lot to distract our attention to. But we all must not give up our freedom in life to be who we are. We must stand up for who we are as human souls. And for that, of course, we need to keep our attention on our own inner light. So I love that story, and especially because it relates to the knowledge of the light, that really it's as simple as that. But to practice it is a lifelong story, right? So my wish for this beautiful festival of Hanukkah, Christmas, the Diwali, the Kwanzaa, that all the festivals put together, is that we must not lose sight of who we are to ourselves, who we are to God and who we are to each other, regardless of what stories and burdens and memories we carry with us. We must let go of all of that and take a few moments, at least every day, every few hours perhaps, to remember and to remind that torch, right? So the torch, first of all, of course, has to remind me, but the torch also has to remind each other. And I also feel that this is the time where we must not let go of the torch of faith. I think it's the most important light that we have to hold on to at this time. Because as we move, as we look around and as we experience the world in its present state, it's very easy to lose faith, to be hopeless, and to question ourselves, to question humanity, to question God. But going back to our story of the miracle, there are miracles to happen, and there are miracles yet happening. And the miracle is really putting our faith to practice. It's not a faith that we can hold on and say, let it work miracle. But these are the times to put our faith into practical form. And what that really means is keep the attention on the light that I am, belong to the one light, the same light that everyone belongs to, so that we can feel the love of that light, and to also keep the attention on the love that we must have for each other, the compassion that we must have for each other, and the tolerance, of course, that we need to uphold for ourselves as well as for each other. So I think the light is one little word, right? 5-letter word, but it has a huge, huge significance in this time. And for me, the significance is that belonging actually is what is required of our relationship now with our own self, with God, with each other, because it is belonging to that one light that's going to give us that sense of safety, of protection, of love, of care, the assurance that all will be well as these pages of history are finished. We're going to be coming into a very, very fresh and renewed spirit of living together as humanity. And that's the faith I'd like to hold on, not only through the holiday season, but for us to hold it throughout the rest of our lives. Thank you. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Shanti, thank you so much, Sister Kala, for being with us, joining and sharing the story. And so may you all be concentrating on the light, and you are going to be amazed because there is going to be another miracle happening right now. And the miracle is kind of based on the history of Great Neck, which has a tradition of great theater and wonderful performers. And so we would like to continue that in our own humble way, because there have been a number of individuals who have been inspired to share their thespian talents with all of you. And so rewritten Charles Dickens' story, we take a little liberty with that, and I hope you can understand. But after a year of preparing, I think we're ready for tonight, and it should be fine. If the stage is the way it's supposed to be, that'll be great. And if it's not, that wouldn't surprise me. So we have a few things here and there, and when the pillow goes here, I know that. And so if it's okay and you would excuse me, I'm going to step off the stage and let those who are world renowned, the Global Harmony House Thespian Theater Group players and team, will share their qualities and tell a good story. And miraculously, we will all survive.
I can't believe it's almost New Year's Eve, 2024. Look at those fools pretending to be happy, as if tomorrow's going to be a better year than this. Oh, humbug. Yes, Cratchit, what is it?
Sir, can I speak with you, please?
Not what to
Well, I was wondering if I could spend some time with my family tomorrow. It's New Year's Day, and I would like to spend time with them.
You'd like the day off? You want to take off January 1st? Well, why don't you take off the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th? In fact, if you don't come in tomorrow, don't bother coming in because there's not going to be a job for you. Oh,
Okay, I understand. I'll be in.
day off. Oh. Yes, come in, come in. Oh, fair lady, how do you do? Welcome to my shop.
Ebenezer Scrooge. Good day, sir. And a very happy new year to you, sir. Well, I'm from the local charity in town. And it being this time of the year, being the last day of the old year, we are asking for donations for a fund for those who are in need. Would you mind giving a contribution to our fund, sir, at this time?
Charity? Are you kidding me? My money is my money. If people need money, let them support themselves. Be gone, lady. Oh my gosh, charity. Another wonderful day of profit and making money. Time to go to bed to get ready for tomorrow. Why you?
You recognize me?
No.
I am your friend and partner, Jacob Marley. I have come back to warn you about these.
Warn me? There's nothing to warn me about. My life is perfect.
These are the chains that bound me in life. And they bind you too, Ebenezer. Although you think your life is perfect, it's anything but perfect. Yes, it's mean. I have left this life of illusion. I have been chained by attachment to this world. I have had to face my actions and my consequences of those actions. And it was hell. And it will be hell for you too, Ebenezer. Heed my warning. The best things in life are not things.
Best things in life are not things? That's ridiculous. It must be the bad meat I ate. Illusions, consequences, attachments. What's that supposed to mean? Bah, humbug. I'm going back to sleep.
Wakey, wakey, Ebenezer.
Oh. It must be the onions and the garlic I've been eating. These are killing my dreams.
Why, no, Ebenezer. I'm the spirit of the past. I'm here not because of your diet. I'm here because of your past actions. I've come to take you back. Follow me.
Oh, I don't want to go. Oh. Oh my! It's Belle! I asked her to marry me. I gave her the biggest diamond I could find. She would have been rich. She would have had everything if she married me.
Dear Ebenezer, thank you for asking me to marry you. But alas, I cannot. Ebenezer, it's not money and things that make me happy. I know that somewhere deep inside of you lies a good, sweet man, a good sweetheart, but it's buried under ego, greed, arrogance. You lack compassion, and I feel you want to own me like property. It's not true, the love I feel from you, Ebenezer. Your love is a false love. Your desires and expectations are not pure. It pains me to say this, but you're mean-spirited, often angry, and frankly, your temper scares me. I'm so sorry, Ebenezer. I cannot marry you. Sincerely, your Belle.
Humbug!
You see, Ebenezer? In this life, we have many incarnations. People come, people go, things come, things go. But we take with us our actions. These are called our karmas. Belle could sense this in you. She could feel it. This was a changing point in your life.
Was this all a dream? I swear, all right, I'll become a vegetarian if I have one more dream like this. Bah! Humbug! Oh, I know.
I am the angel of the present, Ebenezer.
I know my present.
It's not all about you, Ebenezer. Come, see those around you. You have lived a life by yourself, for yourself. Now see others around you. Come. Come, my friend.
Want to
Come.
go.
Come.
In Cratchit's house. It's empty. They don't have a plasma TV, no designer clothes. Oh my, how can you like that?
Don't, don't, don't cry, my angels. I know we wanted to be together for New Year's Day. I know I've taught you that it's about sharing time together, not about sharing things. But Mr. Scrooge needs me. And I must go tomorrow.
But Daddy, he's so mean making you work on holiday.
No, no, don't say that. See him as a soul. Always see people as a soul. That way you see the good in them.
That's right. Always have good wishes and good intentions. Always be looking at what is good in people. And we should think about this time as having Mr. Scrooge here with us, sharing this time with us, and maybe our good wishes and our good feelings will reach him.
You see? They have a very full and simple life without the need of material things. They don't need material things to make them happy. They're a very beautiful family that stays together, do things together, and love each other. That's what their life stands for.
I'm so tired. Oh. 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 No, I've seen my past. I've seen my present. Please, not my future. Oh, no, no. Oh, oh. Wait. My shop? It's closed. My shop is never closed. Because of death. Whose death? What? Oh, no. Oh, look, the Cratchit family. They've come to visit my grave. There I am.
Wow, what a miserable fool. Oh gosh, he died, he lived alone, and he died alone.
And he never gave a penny, not a single penny to charity. He didn't even enjoy his own wealth. And now what happens to it? It's all turned to dust.
Oh no. Oh no! Tiny Tina! She's here too! Oh my! Oh my, no wonder he wanted the day off. Oh, I'll change. Is this my future? Can it be changed? I promise. I'll change. I'll change. Oh, oh. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Oh, 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 oh my, oh my. Oh, oh. Young man, young man, what day is it today? It's New Year's. What year? It's 2024. Oh, goodness, goodness. I thought it was years, it was months. It's 2024. Come up here, young man. Come up here. I have money for you. I left it in my other pants. But here, I owe you. I want you to go and buy the biggest vegetarian dinner you can for the Cratchit family. And buy them a full screen TV and they could watch New Year's Day and tell him not to come into work tomorrow. I'm going to build universities and hospitals and make jobs for everyone. I'm going to change.
Yes, sir. I'll do all your acts. Sir, there's a meditation center. Global Harmony House. You should check it out. They do programs that help you become a good person and sessions that help you learn how to meditate. The best part about it is that they offer all free of charge.
Do you say free? Free? I'm free. If it's free, it's for me.
Did we? No, it's here. Another miracle. Couple miracles. It's amazing. If I have the right program and we have a schedule, then I believe we have a special visitor who's going to share some of her inspirations. And that's Prafulba Pagila. And I've got a little because I'm not so familiar with Prafulba, and I don't know if many of you are, but let me introduce her because she's going to join shortly. She's a resident of Suffolk County and in the banking world and as a business consultant currently now. She is also an advocate for the Suffolk County Women's Services and the first person to hold the position in the New York State Assembly as Director of Community Business Relations. Not sure what all that means, but she also is running a youth organization called the YACS, the Young Adults for Community Services, which helps students and volunteering in the community, helps diverse groups of people who need help, and also students to get an education and negotiate their goals and tuitions with universities. Very important. Not only that, wife and mother, two beautiful children, great careers. Son is a cancer research professor, PhD at Weill Cornell University, who teaches doctors. And so with all of that, I would like to invite Prafulba to join us on stage. And she's been asked to share a little of her inspirations, light, and maybe a miracle or two. So with the shoes off, we come up here. I think this, but while you're coming here, just one more time, that group of thespians was wonderful. So for all of those who performed, the director, thank you so much. That's good. The tradition of Great Neck Theater continues. So please join. No, I'm not going to sit. We're going to play little musical chairs here right now. Would you like to sit or stand? Okay, you can do both. So give you a chance to.
Om Shanti. I think this is a surprise for me. I wasn't expecting this. My connection with the Global Harmony, with the Brahma Kumaris, goes way back when I was in school and college. I used to go every year for Diwalis and spend a month around that area in Mount Abu. And we enjoyed as students going there. And look at now, at the other end of the world, we're still together. Isn't it a miracle? That's itself a miracle. And I'm so surprised. And I'm so peaceful to invite my friends and families to come and visit. And in today's world, there is so much things going on in life, in every aspect of it in people's life. So I think this will be the bring peace to the people. Look at around the world what is going on. We need to understand that we're here today, tomorrow we don't know. So while you're here, make the best out of it, be peaceful, and help others, and bring everybody together. You know, what I mean is, as an individual person, but same time, doesn't matter, you're a Jewish, Hindu, Sikh, Christian, any other religion or other color or race, we're all human beings. We're same soul. So, I would request everyone to stay together, peace and harmony, and enjoy the global harmony that offers, because there is a lot that they offer, No matter what you do in the world, you can be a business person, you can be a, engineer, doctor, everything. But that's just the part of the life that you're living as a human being. But at the end, your soul, you're given gift of life by God. So enjoy that and share with others to make it peaceful in this world while you're here. Thank you so much.
We may have another surprise. I might be the surprised, or but we have Ruby. Is Ruby here? Okay. Ruby missed the candle lighting, but it's those thespians that pull people in. So shoes are gonna off if that's okay. And I'm gonna ask you what else you might need, because all I know is you are a gem. Your name is Ruby. Om Shanti. Come. No, don't. Wait, all the way. You're not going to sit in the chair. What would you like to do? Do you want everybody to lay on the ground? Is that what you're saying? Okay, just trying to. Understand.
How are you? Good evening. The Christmas Carol is one of my favorite stories. So, yes, and it was lovely coming and walking into that and the lovely words. Can you hear me? Lovely words. Our sisters here. First and foremost, I want to just say thank you to thank you to the BKs, the Brahma Kumaris, especially Anjali Ben. She's been a mentor, and on all of you brothers and sisters for enhancing my connection to the source through our God. Thank you. And so I'm just full of gratitude here, and just want to wish everyone a happy holiday, which includes Happy Diwali, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and last but not least, I'm going to be singing a little song. And I feel so high up here. I'm so sorry. I'm going to get down. Just feel like a little bit more comfortable, if that's okay. Have yourselves a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourselves a merry little Christmas now. Okay.
That was quite lovely, but kind of short. So maybe we would be inspired to join you as you lead us into the next song that you choose. Would that be okay? Did you feel that she sang okay? Would you like to sing with one of the greatest singers on the island right now? You all? Would you accept their invitation to be with you and join in song? Whatever you lead us to, we're going to do our best. Do you want to be on the ground or up above? It's very elevated, you know. Might get the, there you go. All right.
Yeah. With me on the ground? Is that okay? We can do our little duo here. I know it's kind of awkward, like I almost feel like we're above people. I actually sang this song. I was at this wonderful retreat with my brother over there, and I think several others came to Peace Village. I had the opportunity to go, and I am going through some things that might have diminished the light that was within, but after having some time with Anjali Ben and our sisters here and our brothers around, and especially going to the retreat and everything too, everyone here has actually brought that light even further. It brightened the light even further, and so I'm at this point in my life where I can see there's tools and guidances that can help to maintain that light, even if the darkness is around. So I appreciate that and full of gratitude. And at that retreat recently, that's when I first, I guess, released my voice this summer for a long time. And so I thought I would sing this nice song. It's not a Christmas song. It's actually a song that I think maybe a lot of you have heard. It's Amazing Grace. Do people know the words to Amazing Grace? So sing it like a prayer so we can do it together. Okay? Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieve. How precious did that grace appear beyond I first believed.
Well, that was special and wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you all for joining. And I believe we have one more presenter who is not there, but if it's all right, I might step back up and read some emails on this phone here. Oh, look at that. Is that yours? Yeah, I think it is. You can use this better than I can, I believe. So I would like to invite the recently disappeared Sister Anjani to join us. There she is. And share with us a little about light at Global Harmony House. Can I bring this in?
Om Shanti. And by now, we all know what Om Shanti means, right? Shanti reminds us that I am Shanti, I am peaceful. Om, I am Shanti is to be peaceful. We all like to be peaceful, right? Because when we are peaceful, we are not in darkness. We are in the light. We are the light. But before I go a step further, I would really like us to give a round of applause again for our Harmony House Broadway group. They have come together with hardly, it wasn't much rehearsal. Coming in today and trying to figure things out, and then one of the cast member is not here, and so that's where I had to be a filler. So just jumping into it to make it happen, and so we all came together and played together. It was more like playing together. So it was a lovely experience. You know, this time reminds us of being joyful, being very happy, being together, sharing a lot of love. You know, it's like that togetherness. And so how do we experience this in our lives, that in such a way that we can share that with the world and awaken souls, help souls to wake up from that sleep, like Ebenezer woke up at the end, realizing that my past, my present, and my future is talking to me. It was all a dream. But in reality, that's what life, when one lives life like that. So even if you're dreaming, it's the same life, what I was living when I'm not sleeping and when I'm dreaming, because I am the same person. I'm not different. And so this is where it really made me become more aware that how important it is for us to look at these three aspects of our own lives: the past, the present, and the future. The past will talk to us. The past will tell us the things that has happened since childhood. And this is why the story goes back, as Michelle had been sharing, reminding me of some of the little pieces in it, that what happened to some people in their young days, in Mr. Scrooge's life, the challenges, the difficulties. And I don't think there is any one of us in this room and beyond in the world who didn't had difficult times. We've all experienced some form of difficulties. But we have a choice of making the past become a past and say, okay, those are scenes, they're gone. What did I learn from them? What have I taken from the past instead of me living and keep thinking about the past? This one said this one did that, this one. And it's all about those things. And then what happened to the present? So even in this joyful days, this happy days, these days of the holidays, I could still be telling the stories which are not so nice of the past. And so how do I not miss this moment of the present, which is so beautiful, by living in the present and creating that which is beautiful for ourselves? And then the future will be of this present. Whatever I do now will create my future. Do we have to worry about our future? We don't need to worry about our future. What we need to do is write that most beautiful and profound story of this present moment that you would like to experience in your life. Write it. How you will write it? How you'll write it? Through your actions, because it was the actions that was coming back in front of Mr. Scrooge. So let's use this time. Let's live our life at this time in the most beautiful way, as though it is this moment I have. Let me make the best of it. Let me create the best of it. Let me enjoy what is in front of me. And it's not about eating good food and having the plasma TV and all those kind of fancy things, but what's happening internally? What's happening within family lives? What's happening in society, those I'm around? Am I offering something more to those whom I come in touch with? And so that's where we have to now position ourselves deeper inside to be the one to give. Holidays reminds us of this very important quality, and that is the quality to give. Give. Someone in need of something, just have the feeling of giving. Someone is peaceless, give peace. So we just have to keep remembering that there is something that I have inside of me that I can serve others with. So keep sharing, keep giving. But most important is our belonging. Belonging to the one. We all say there is only one supreme. There are no two supreme, one. We may be in different bodies, we may be in different cultures, we may be in different religions. We may be different when we look at our bodies, but we are not different. The body may be different, but the light that lives in the body, we say the soul, that soul, that light, each one of us, we are all the same light. All of us, same light. Is there anything that is called American peace and Indian peace? Or another country's love and another country's love? Love is love. Love is something that every living being experiences. And so all the qualities, we share them in the same way internally. Now let's wake up to realize that these are the qualities that will bring us close to God, make us feel we belong to that supreme light, the supreme source, the supreme soul, the one who is going to provide for me everything I need. I don't even need to ask God. Why? You think God don't know what we need? I am his child. He's my parent. Just like you as parent, you know what your children need, right? Why would God not need? And so what is it that I need to do from my part? I just need to feel belonging to the one. He, that supreme soul, that supreme source, is my supreme parent or my friend. You know, it could be any relationship to you. Anyone, how you want to see that highest power. But it's the connection, the belonging. And in belonging, there are rights, like a husband and wife. There are rights in belonging. Now, if I belong to God, I have the rights from God. I belong to my parents. I naturally have the rights to what my parents have. And so fill your life this holiday by thinking of that highest power, because we need him. We have never need God in our lives as we need him today. And we don't need God only for ourselves. But when we look at the world, our brothers and sisters need what I have. And so collectively, we share our goodness, we share our love, we share our blessings, we share what we have received from the one to my world family. I know we are going against time, and so let's have a few minutes of reflection, meditation. Let's sit very comfortably. Holding the awareness that I am light. Light that is peaceful. Light that is happy light. The light of hope. A light knowing this is who I am. And it becomes very easy to move to that sweet space inside of me that is like an oasis of peace. I take moments where I step back, everything around me within. Here are my books. And as I can feel the silence, the peace, the love, the joy internally, comes easy to the supreme light, supreme soul, whom I call my parents. The one who is the ocean of love, ocean of peace, ocean of knowledge. The one who knows what I know. That when I remember, that one fills me. It's very natural in relationships. And it is also very natural when I am in the company of God. Connecting with the self, being aware, and connecting the supreme light, the supreme source of all qualities, the parent for humanity. I see the whole world. All souls are my brothers. There is the feeling of love, peace, reaching out to everyone in their darkest moments. It is like the sun. It spreads the light on Mother Earth. I, as a soul, in the company of God, spread the light. All souls. The world as one world family. Move all the barriers and just see that. This is the purest feeling that we can have in someone. Our own channel. So it was a lovely evening having all of you here. We're really happy that you were able to take some time and join us and being with us. And the tradition here at the Brahma Kumaris is that we have something to offer. One is a little, we've made packets of nuts and a blessing card. And then each one is invited to go downstairs and have a little snack. Right? So we can set up for that. Sister Tina?